Constantino,
Qué huele.
pound for pound.
Little Giant Boxing.
We're here with Sergio Mora. Sergio, obviously a tremendous fight card this Saturday. Bam versus Carlos Cuadras. Talk to me about the fight.
Well, listen, it's a big opportunity for Bam Rodriguez, and you gotta give him a lot of credit because it's a big step up at 22 years old. But Cuadras, I mean, every time he steps up with legends like Chocolatito, with Estrada, we know what he pours out in the ring. I mean, he takes it all the way to the end. He's only lost to the best. McWilliams Arroyo's another guy. And Bam Rodriguez needs that name. He needs that former champion on his resume, and this is for that green belt that we all dream about. So Bam Rodriguez, I think if he can pull this one off, we got a new star in our hands. And if, of course, Carlos Cuadras regains that title, more money on the table, and he proves to be another Mexican great in the Four Horsemen.
How do you think the styles are going to match up?
Well, this is the type of style where it's funny you say that because I'm studying these fights, and Cuadras is not really a puncher. He's a boxer puncher. He uses lateral movement, uses side to side. And when it comes to Bam Rodriguez, he's not really a puncher either. He uses fast footwork. He gets angles, that Lomachenko style. So he's more of a puncher boxer. You know, it's going to be an interesting style. Both guys that could punch, but both of them like to use angles and get use pivots and get that certain power from that certain position.
Okay, and do you have a prediction for this fight, this main event?
I don't think it goes the distance. I think Cuadras, he's been in a lot of wars. In his last fight, he didn't go the distance. It was, a fight of the year type with Estrada. So I think, he's been out of the ring 15 months. He's, 33 years old now. I think Bam Rodriguez, everything's lined up for him to do something special. But Cuadras does have the power, does have the experience, extremely confident. Like you just saw, I think it ends in a knockout.
Okay, and switching topics real quick. Obviously, you heard the rumblings, Canelo versus Charlo. Yeah. What do you think about this fight?
I was talking about this with, Chris Mannix on his podcast. I think that's going to be a fantastic promotion. I mean, we know it's going to be an explosive fight. I'm going to favor Canelo, of course, to get the stoppage. But leading up to that fight, it's going to be bad boy versus clean-cut Canelo. Number one pound-for-pound puncher versus number one bad boy, undefeated. Houston versus Mexico, all that. The promotion's going to be there. And once you get in the ring, it'll be explosive. Someone will get knocked out. I would favor Canelo to do that. And it's just a tremendous fight. I think that's the most exciting fight you can make for Canelo as far as fans wanting that fight.
Why do you think it ends in a knockout?
Too much power, and Charlo, his technique kind of fades the later it goes, and Canelo only gets stronger the later it goes. We saw what he did with Caleb Plant. It would be similar to a Caleb Plant type fight.
I'm not sure if you heard, Eddie Hearn also wants to offer Canelo a 2-fight deal, Triple
Right.
G and Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, listen, of course I want Canelo to come back to the zone, but I'm also a boxing fan. I want the best fights possible, so I'm not going to hate on Charlo. I'm not going to hate on any fight that could be made across the street. This is for boxing and whatever's best for our sport. So whether Canelo, stays over there or comes over here, we want the best. Bivol will be a tremendous matchup. He's not, popular as far as name-wise, but as far as stylistically, he has the best jab in boxing. That's what you need to beat a Canelo. So Bivol makes a lot of sense. Charlo makes sense. Triple G makes a lot of sense. We want to close that trilogy. Wherever he goes, I just want to see Canelo.
Okay, and last question. Who's your favorite fighter to watch?
Well, of course, it's
Jake Paul.
now, man. It's right now. One of my favorite fighters to watch is, of course, Canelo, but Ray Martinez. Who else? There's a lot of fighters I like to fight. Yeah, so you got me off guard on that one, but yeah, I think El Rey. El Rey.
That dude just swings, you don't go fight.
The angles, the power, the way he carries himself, con todo menos miedo, como dice.
All right, thank you, Sergio. Appreciate your time and appreciate your commentating.
You got it, Constantino.